Hello everyone. Today we are going to see how to create a database and how to store values inside the database. So to create a database, it is a very simple syntax. Create database. What database name you want, you can give. I'm giving a students. Okay, I'm going to give a database called students. Okay, whenever you're executing something, you want to end up with semicolon and give select this. If you see the output, it's saying create like one row affected. That means we have created the student database successfully. If you see the left table, if you just refresh it, we are able to find the student. That means we have created a database called student successfully in the database. Now what we are going to do is, now we want to use the database students. Whenever you are creating a table, we want to use the database. Just give use. Okay. Just control enter. So this is also affected. That means I am going to use the student database now. Now when after creating a database, what can I do now is, I want to create a table inside the database. So I'm creating a table called studentinfo. Okay, so in this I'm going to enter, I want their student ID and their student name and their student city. So these three things I want, and also I want the age. Okay, let's take it. So now I want these columns in my table. So if you see, all are in the same way, same data type, so system can't understand. So we want to intimate the data type for each column. That means my ID in integer, you can give int or integer also, it will accept. You can give a name as varchar or char. So what is the benefit of varchar is, if you are giving varchar of 10, it will allocate the 10 memory. Okay, so if I'm using a name as Chennai, like for example, it will have only 7 letters in it, the remaining 4 will be wasted. So if you give varchar, automatically the extra memory will be cut down instead of char. If I give char, in the sense, if I give character of 10, if I'm giving city as Chennai, the remaining 3 spaces will be wasted. So if you see, for a millions of data set, definitely it will be a huge memory loss. So that way we are using varchar. Varchar will be the best approach because it will cut down the extra memory. Only the 7 memory needed means it will automatically delete the extra memory. If you see, so I'm giving varchar here. So in age also I'm giving an integer. So now I'm going to execute this. So it's saying my database created, like its student is created. Now I am going to describe it. Describe student info. So what will happen if I describe it? Describe table. So I can able to get this. So I'm just giving describe. Now I'm getting what are the field inside my table student info, and then what are the types of the, like each and every what type of the each field I can get. Now I want to insert some values, right? So I have created the table. First I have created the database, and inside the database I have created the table. Now I want to insert the values inside the table. How to insert the values inside the table is insert into student info. So everything is very simple. So I want to insert some values. So what order I have, like first is ID number 1, and the name is Kala. So it is a character, so I'm giving it in a string. And then city is Chennai, and then his age is, let's take 20. So this is the one data. In this way also you can insert, and there is some other way. So where you can insert multiple data entries, just give a comma. You can also enter some other different name, like 2 Mala. She is also from Chennai, but her age is 25. Now again, if you want to insert some other values, you can insert n number of rows by using this comma. So instead of Mala, I'm taking it as Sheela. So she is her ID is 3, and she is also from Chennai. Her age is 35. So now I'm giving colon. Sir, whether it is the same way to enter it, like you are entering the ID, name, city and age, whether it want to be in the same order. No, if you plan to insert into a different order, you can do that. Let's see. Insert into student info. Okay, now in what order you want? First I want city, and then I want their age, and then I want her ID, and then I want to enter her name. If you see, we have completely going to given a different order. Insert into student info, then I can giving values. So now what, first is city, then city name is, let's say Coimbatore, or any other city you want, and age is, let's take 34, and ID is let's take 6, and her name is Kalam. Okay, if you see, I hope you understood, it's not necessary to insert in the same order that the table like created. You can also insert in a different order, but you want to mention to the system that you are going to enter city first, age and ID followed by name. So this is the important thing you want to focus. These are the different ways that you can enter. So now I am going to execute this all. So now I am getting one row affected, everything is executed successfully. Now I am going to see my table, select star from student info. If you see here, I'm getting only column because just column is getting inserted. So I want to insert this, just click this lightning symbol. Yeah, it's affected, and again execute this. Yeah. Now if you see, select star from student info. Now I'm able to get all the details that I have inserted. So star means it will give all the column. So I don't want this. I want only the ID and the name. Yes, select ID, comma, name from student info. Automatically it will give only the ID and name. If you want in a different order, yes, you can give age. I want age first and then followed by ID and name. Yes, it can give. So this is the way, this is the important thing that you want to observe in SQL. First we have created the database, and we have created the table inside the database. Important thing is, whenever you created the database, you want to use it, and then we have created the table inside it. After creating the table, we just describing the table to see what are the data types and what are the column that we are having. After that, we are inserting it in a different format. We are inserting all the rows inside the columns that we have created, like ID, name, city, and the age. So like that we have created, we have seen what are the different ways to enter this. Either you can insert in the same way, or you can give a multiple insert, or you can give a different column insert like city first, age second, ID and followed by name. So we have seen all what are the different ways. Once it inserted, we want to see it. So just we are giving select star from student info. It automatically leaving all the data that's stored in the table. And what we are, if you want to see age first, if you want to rename the column in fetching the data, yes, you can do that. So these are the different ways to create a database and creating a table inside the database and inserting the values inside the table. So I hope you enjoyed this. See you in the next class. Bye bye.